What's up, guys? We're the creators of Conformity,
which is a documentary about the relationship between gender and fashion.
I'm Isabella Chiappini, I'm the director.
I'm Kimberly Blum, the producer.
And we're two students from Cypress Bay High School.
We hope you enjoy the piece.
Shortcuts. Documentary.
The type of clothes that I wear, it really depends on my mood, and sometimes I'll have an idea that I think of, and that really just goes into, okay, so I'm gonna wear this today, or I wanna wear big earrings today, so I'm gonna wear that, or I wanna wear a suit today, or it's a dress. It can be all kinds of things. I don't really want to limit myself on anything that I wear, and when I say I try not to limit myself, I don't think, perhaps maybe my mom won't like that, or perhaps maybe my friends are gonna tell me that it's really ugly, or my dad is gonna tell me you can't wear that outside. So it really does go down to my personal relationships, and I view their opinions highly, but when it comes to clothes, I've learned to just let that go, because I'm gonna wear what I wanna wear and what I like.
The clothing I wear definitely depends on the day, like how willing I am to get ready. A lot of the things that I wear are similar colors and lengths and stuff, like a lot of long coats, dresses, skirts, just really anything. So Gothic, I think a lot of people know, is a lot of dark colors. So most of my wardrobe is black or red, and it includes just like a ton of different fabrics, like it's a lot of velvet and suede and leather, a lot of lace. So I guess that I just try to incorporate a bunch of different things to fit in that sort of aesthetic, and it really helps me just express who I am.
So basically, I like very simple colors and styles. You know, few graphic tees with like very minimalistic designs. So I'll wear like rolled up jeans, Converse, and like oversized t-shirts or like hoodies. But I wish I could dress a little more feminine without people thinking differently of me. I feel like I started dressing a bit like what's in style, like oversized everything. But back in the day, I used to wear very tight like clothing, like the skinny jeans, boots, and like I feel like people probably saw me as a bit softer.
I think the stigma around certain clothing is just because we as a society are used to patterns. So we find patterns and then we find, we're comfortable with those patterns. So when we see someone who kind of goes astray, we are immediately scared because we don't know how to react to them because they're so different.
People still think that we should be assigning gender roles and we should dress a certain way because we identify with a certain gender. No matter how much people want to break that norm, you're always still going to have those people that are going to enforce it.
And so today we went out to the park to do some shoot some stuff for the documentary. And I was wearing the outfit where I'm wearing like a skirt and a t-shirt, a bandana on or whatever. This guy walks by and he was where he had like a cast, and I just I work in customer service. I tell people anything when they walk by, like, hey, how are you? Nice to see you, welcome, whatever. So I tell the guy like, oh, feel better, and I start laughing right after because I'm this is my first time wearing a skirt out in public, and I'm like embarrassed. I'm like, haha. He turns around, and he's like, I feel great. I feel fantastic. And then he starts calling me slurs, and he starts like rambling on about whatever. And he just wouldn't stop. And I was just like, man, I'm just trying to tell you to feel better. Like, I'm not trying to pick a fight. And then eventually he left. And I honestly felt a little angry. I was like, what's the problem? Like, I don't understand why it's such an issue and that other people have to go through this all day, every day. And so it was kind of an eye-opener as well, because you never really think it's going to happen. Like, you never really know how it is until it happens to you. So that's what happened today.
So I started socially transitioning in the 6th grade. Like, I cut my hair short. I started exclusively wearing men's clothing and all that. And then in 7th grade, I finally got the courage to, tell everyone that I was trans. Clothing can be both a blessing and a curse because it became so restrictive for me. Like, I wouldn't want to go outside because I would worry about what other people would say to me. And during middle school, there were plenty of times where people proved to me that what they thought about my clothing mattered and that I would be perceived a certain way based on what I was wearing. But as I grew up, I learned that regardless of what I wear, people are either going to respect me or they're not. So the things that I wear would not change that. Clothing was the only option for me. That was really the only way that I could see myself getting better. And then I did, and now I'm here.
When I first started not wearing skinny jeans and hoodies, and I started wearing the pantsuits and the ties and the corsets with the big dresses, people in my family definitely looked at me weird, and they thought who is influencing you, or who is making you think that way? And it's not about influence, but it was my own individual choice to dress like that. No one made me dress like that. Even when I wasn't accepted at first, that's their opinion at the end of the day. And what matters is my opinion and what I feel.
I think all clothing should just be considered gender neutral. It's just labels are always going to be something that society has imposed in the way we dress and the way we look and the way we act or whatever. It would be easier if it was more normal to mix both, to just, wear a t-shirt, like a regular graphic tee, and then put a skirt right under it and like sneakers and stuff like that. But yeah, something like that. Like, that's kind of my definition of a good in between. I would love to be able to go outside and not get hate crimed for wearing a skirt,
Clothing has never had any gender. This is fabric, whether it's suede, leather, linen, it's fabric. We are the ones who, weave in the gender expectations, I guess. People are starting to accept that we don't have to put ourselves into these binary boxes. So I think we're gonna be seeing a lot more fluidity, a lot more gender neutrality across the board.
But I feel like more now than ever with the internet and people seeing more of it on their screens. Like when Harry Styles was wearing a dress and people were like, oh my God, he's wearing a dress? What's happening to America? And I'm looking at my phone seeing people's tweets saying stuff like that. And I'm like, you really think like that? Is it that big a deal just to wear a dress while you're a man? Sorry, I have a penis. I like this dress, it looks cute. My bad.
Throughout the years, clothes has become more genderless because we no longer look at a suit and think a man should wear that, or only a big, broad person should be able to wear a suit. And we no longer look at a dress and we say a woman should wear that. It's more now person. That person looks really good in that suit. That person looks really good in that dress.
I think my advice would be definitely just try to jump into it. Make sure that you're safe, obviously. You deserve to feel happy with the clothes that you wear and within your skin. And if you're not happy, something needs to change.
You can't stay in your comfort zone because that's the biggest thing that's going to keep you in what you're comfortable in. And I understand that there are family issues and there are culture issues to the things that you want to wear, but you can also become an advocate for that. You become the voice.
We are not, dolls. We are people and we express things through clothing, and expression changes so fluidly. I think we all kind of need to learn to accept that. So I think allowing yourself to be fluid within your expression and really experiment with different things is super important just for growing up in general.
You can't please everybody. There's always going to be that one person that says something. And it really does only take one person to ruin the entire feeling. But at the end of the day, everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to feel appreciated.
I think it's really important for people to realize that they can't hide their authentic self forever, which I guess leads into my question. How long are you willing to wait to be your true self?
If it doesn't harm you, why do you care? If you're not the one being told to wear a skirt, why does it care? What do you care? Why does it matter? Just be you and take care of you and don't take care of me. I'm fine. Just take care of you.